And now we'll move on to accent or ghost.
Woo! Accent or ghost.
In this segment, I'll present Adam with a largely debated topic among the drumming industry, and we'll, or a new product, or any viewer-submitted content, and we'll get an approval, or an accent, or a disapproval, a ghost.
We're going to ghost everything.
First off, we'll start off with cymbal accessories, such as cymbal bacon, ching ring, little bells, etc.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. So first of all, there's definitely two sides to that argument for sure. There are people who, DIYers, who would pitch the argument that every one of these cymbal accessories that's on the market, that you could just go to the plumbing aisle or the hardware aisle of Home Depot and replicate all of those. And I hear you. I think one of the easiest examples where you could pitch that argument is the cymbal sizzler. Isn't that the word?
Yeah, sizzler, something like that.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. A sizzler, yeah. So it's, okay, it's a 19-cent washer, and it's a ball chain that you would have in like the mechanism inside of your toilet, right? So
yeah.
you can absolutely go to the plumbing aisle of Home Depot and replicate this for like $1 for sure, or on Amazon, right? You could build 100 of them for like $2. And I understand that when you go, I think ProMark makes the sizzler. You go to Guitar Center, wherever, or Sweetwater, and you can get one of those, and it's like $10. So I understand that if you're a DIY kind of person, that's just like offensive that you would pay that much money for something like that. It depends on the accessory too. Some things would be a lot harder to replicate. But just like with home projects, like as I've learned, like there's always that time and money trade-off. Like there are some things where yes, you can do this yourself for a lot cheaper. But are you really going to spend all of that time doing it? Or is it more realistic for you to just spend the money and get the thing done, right? So it depends on what the actual accessory is. I think, there are some accessories that are just cooler than others, right? Where like the sizzler's a weird example because that doesn't have some insanely unique sound that you couldn't get any other way. As you get into like ching rings, things like that, that's a little harder to replicate. I don't know where I would start in replicating like Meinl's ching ring, for example. But I'll tell you one really dope. Actually, let me grab it off my kit. I'll show you one super dope one. This thing, I still, the microphone. Probably hear it already. I still don't know how to pronounce this thing.
I think it's called the Ajuch.
Ajuch, A-J-U-C-H, Ajuch. So these are from Meinl. I got 3 of these. This is the medium one, I think. Black is medium. There's a red one and a green one. You might have them pulled up over there. You can pull them up. So these are super little jingly janglies. They're pretty cool. And it's basically this like braided tassel sort of deal. And then they have these like little egg things. I don't know what these are made out of. But yeah, there's different sizes of these all along it. And because it's like a rope with a little hook on the end, you can basically like wrap it around itself and hook it. So you could hook it off of a cymbal and hang it that way. Or in my case, I put it on the hi-hat and like twist it around several times and then sort of hook it to itself. I'm going to set this down because this is definitely going to get annoying. The other ones that I have actually put on the doors of my house. So like somewhat of like a little door alarm thing. But also I train one of my dogs to, he comes and he like bumps his ass into it when he has to go outside. So it makes a little noise. But yeah, mine will give me 3 of those. And I just don't need 3 of them is why I'm using the other ones that way. But they have small, medium, and large. That one, I don't know how you'd replicate that at Home Depot. So it just depends on what the accessory is. When we're talking like accent ghost here, I mean, yeah, I think if we're talking cymbal sizzler, like if we're really doing like a washer and a ball chain and you're in that simplistic of a cymbal jingle jangle thing, go to Home Depot, man. Go up the street to the Ace Hardware and grab some stuff from the plumbing aisle. You'll be just fine. But there are some accessories in that world that are a little bit more difficult to replicate. And I don't want to take away from companies like Meinl, who have done a lot of R&D and testing on their cymbal accessories. It's not just like they went to Home Depot and said, let's just grab all of this random plumbing stuff and then replicate it and sling it out the door. They certainly developed different sound profiles for some of these cymbal accessories and tested them and put them under mics. And, so I don't want to take away from that either. But I think for the most part, I'm going to have to give cymbal accessories a hard accent. I mean, they're cool. They're fun. Rivets alone have been around for a super, super long time. So yeah, I'll give them the accent. And I think if you personally want to ghost it, go have fun at Home Depot, man. Nothing wrong with that either.